For the last time, I put on the jersey in this very room. Last game in dorm room. Hawks lose again. 3-6 this time to the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, the problem I have with this game is that the Hawks were in this game. Despite it being a 3-goal game, they were in this game. They really were. I am just disappointed because why weren't we in the game on the last game? If you were going to be eliminated in this game, I would have been much, it would have been, you went out better than you went out in the last game. Because in the last game, you started off the game 4-0. In this game, you started off the game 2-0. And then proceeded to let it 4 unanswered again. So, nice job there. A couple of neat things happened. Colin Delia got the start tonight. I think that's his first start since the second game of the season. I think that is, yes. And to be frank, he looked okay. I think the Hawks were up like 2-0 at the end of the first, but then he decided to let up 4 in a row. So, I mean, then again, you go ahead and say, well, he let up 4 goals in a row and lost the game. Another thing, we got a shorthanded goal today from Alex DeBrincat. How about that? We got a shorthanded goal in that game. I don't know if that's happened at all this season. Like, I was just thinking about it the other day, and all of a sudden I see on my phone saying shorthanded goal Alex DeBrincat. I'm like, oh, well, there you go. There's your shorthanded goal. And then there is the new guys. Some new players are just getting ice time because the Hawks are limited, so it's not really going to matter that much. But we get a nice play from the fourth line. Mackenzie Entwistle gets a nice play, goes off the pad of Nedeljkovic, right onto the stick of Mike Hardman. Buries it for his first career NHL goal. Mike Hardman gets the goal. Mackenzie Entwistle gets his first NHL point, if I'm correct. I mean, hey, if that's a goal to put the Hawks up 2-0, glad for them to get that kind of a goal. I'm happy for them. And then the collapse starts. I don't really need to go into it because it's just a bunch of goals that the Canes scored that we kind of expected. I saw us go up 2-0. I'm like, we're probably going to blow this. I check later, an hour later, and all of a sudden I see goal, Carolina Hurricanes, goal, Carolina Hurricanes, goal, Carolina Hurricanes. I was like, yeah, there it is. And you know why I've expected this? Because they've done it so many times this year. They've done it so many times where they have a 2-goal lead or a 3-goal lead, and they blow it to the point where it's a 1-goal lead or they just lose the game. It is unbelievable how this team cannot hold a lead. And I expected them to lose this lead, and they did, and they let up 4 in a row, and they ended up losing the game by 3. So, I mean, I expected it. But at the same time, I was like, of course you're going to go ahead and actually have a good game here, and you're going to start a good game right after we get eliminated. I swear if they win this game right after we get eliminated, I'm going to be super frustrated. Well, I mean, they didn't anyway, so whatever. It doesn't even matter. They didn't even win anyways. I don't know. At this point, I've kind of just lost all, care for the team right now. Because, 1, we're eliminated. 2, it's the end of the season. 3, NFL stuff's getting back into shape here. The NFL draft happened about a week ago, which that was made a whole video on that. Definitely should check it out. The schedule release is May 12th. That'll be about in another week or so. And that's going to be another pretty interesting thing. I'll probably make a video along that. And yeah, things are starting to kick in the gears. We gear up for the summer training camps, all that kind of stuff. And then obviously the season that starts in September. But you kind of get my point here. I've kind of lost interest, and that's mainly because they're already out. My point is, it's over. We got 3 games left. I just like to win one of those games, just because, it's just going to be nice. But at the same time, I kind of, depending on how Dallas is going to shape up against Nashville in terms of point differential coming into this weekend, I might want us to lose so Dallas can get in the playoffs because I'd rather see them get in the playoffs than Nashville, to be frank. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Next video will be in my room at my house. I'm not in the dorm room here. And yeah, season's wrapping up here. Excited for the playoffs though. This playoffs does look pretty promising. It looks to be pretty top heavy though, as especially in the West and the Central. Those teams had three teams clinch a playoff spot with probably about a week or two left in the regular season. So yeah, both of those divisions are really top heavy. Hurricanes, Panthers, and Lightning in the Central, and then the Vegas Golden Knights, Colorado Avalanche, and the Minnesota Wild in the West. Which that should be a pretty interesting battle out there in the West. St. Louis will probably get the fourth seed. As much as I hate to say it, I'd rather see Vegas and Arizona get a playoff series because part of the reason why they expanded to Vegas was to make sure that they could get a rivalry with the Arizona Coyotes, and that never worked out because the Coyotes sucked and the Vegas Golden Knights are good. So I mean, doesn't really work out. So I'd like to see them get at least like one playoff series. I don't know. Regardless, I'm actually looking forward to next season. The Hawks should be better, hopefully, because we got Taves coming back. We really, really missed him this year. I think it showed down the stretch here in the last month or two of the season. Um, so I'm happy to get him back. Happy to see some of our players back at full strength because Doc is I think he was a scratch in this game with issues in I think his broken thumb there and a wrist or something, aggravating some stuff. So he's out. He was out for this game. Not that he'd been great this season anyways. So I mean, whatever. But yeah, next season will be interesting. We'll finally be back to normal, somewhat normalcy. I mean, I don't know. We'll be somewhat back to normal, and that's going to be pretty interesting because we haven't had a full normal season since 2018-19. Think about that. The St. Louis Blues are the last team to win a Stanley Cup in a normal season, which makes me feel great amount of pain. But I'm very excited to see how the Hawks do next season because in the expanded playoffs, they took down the 5 seed and then even won a playoff game, which means a lot more in something like the NFL. But I mean, you were a 12 seed and you're going up against you went up against the top seed in the conference or the team that earned the top seed in the conference, and you won one game. So I mean, I'll take it. I wasn't expecting to win like that series. I was expecting maybe to win one game, and I was happy that we won one game. But anyways, I think that's gonna do it. Take a look here at the dorm room for one final time. It's the last time you will see it forever because I'm not coming back here. I'm going to have an apartment next year. So that is going to do it. So for one final time in the dorm room, please like the video, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.